Hey guys, welcome back, or I guess welcome to me back. This is my first video filming since I took my break. I let you guys know that I needed a break probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was much needed. But coming back, this is a video that I really need to address, and it's something that I've been wanting to film for quite a while now, or just talk about in general. I've maybe said little pieces here and there. Quite a bit has been going on with me, and as far as my channel and as far as my personal life, that I really just want to get into and kind of talk to you guys about. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long, even though I know that there is a ton to discuss. I actually have a whole notebook full of notes just to try to get all of my thoughts onto paper so I don't get too off on different topics, because there's a lot to cover here for me personally. I hope that you guys can join along and just kind of like see where I'm at and see what I'm going to be kind of doing differently and what's been going on with me. So if you guys are here for that, I appreciate it. I love you guys so much, especially those of you that always like comment. You guys know who you are, that always are engaging with me and my channel. You guys make this all worth it, even when I'm really struggling. So I just want to say that I appreciate you and your time that you would take to be here with me. Time is such a precious thing that they're not making more of, you know? So for you to spend your time here with me, I am beyond grateful, and I am recognizing that. So thank you very much. To get into this entire chatty video of where I'm at, like I said, I have a whole notebook. There's like 3 main pieces to this. Number 1, my creative burnout, why I feel so much creative burnout and kind of the effects that it has on me. Number 2, kind of changes that I'm going to be doing to my channel and just a bit of like action or way to solve this issue. What I'm going to be restructuring here on my channel, because I definitely am going to have a big change. Like, things are changing around here. And then also number 3 is my mental health, where I've been as far as work and also my personal life. There has been a ton going on. Let's get right on into it. Number 1 is kind of addressing my creative burnout. I have been expressing that I have been feeling creative burnout for about 6 to 8 months or so. I've talked about it kind of here and there on YouTube. I've talked about it with my family and friends. I've talked about it with my therapist. I have been feeling so much creative burnout when it comes to making YouTube videos, which is really sad for me, because at one point YouTube was such a creative place for me to just do what I wanted to do, express myself, make new friends. And lately it has been feeling like, I used the analogy the other day with my dad as I was talking to him. I feel like a lemon that has been squeezed all the way out, and it's just like the dry pulp is what I'm envisioning. Like, there's no more juice, and I keep on trying to like juice this lemon, and I'm just not there right now. And that's really something that I've been wanting to take a break for quite a while, and why I haven't taken a break I will talk about in a minute. I have been really wanting to take a break for quite a while. I would say like 6 to 8 months, but I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. It's very difficult to take a break. I can't speak for anything other than YouTube, because that's where most of my work and like following is. But it is very difficult to take a break on YouTube. And the reason is because YouTube highly punishes people that take breaks on their platform. If you think about YouTube, what they want from viewers and creators is have viewers watch videos for as long as a period as possible. That is the main goal. And if you are constantly putting out videos in which viewers are engaging with, they are going to boost your channel. So that straight up means that they are starting to recommend your channel to people that aren't your subscribers, and you will start to gain more followers because you are making more content that people are watching. If you stop making content, guess what? They are no longer going to prioritize your videos. They are not going to push them out. They are not going to help you. They are not going to recommend you anymore if you are not feeding this machine beast. So whenever I've taken a break in the past, when I tell you that it has severely punished my channel and my analytics and my growth, like, you guys, I was on such a good trajectory. I was gaining momentum, I was gaining views, I was gaining growth, I was gaining exposure, I was getting in front of new brands. It was all a great machine until I think it was right before Christmas time, maybe 2 years ago, that I felt burnt out and I decided to take a break. And I am not kidding you guys, ever since I did that, my channel has never, ever, ever gotten back where it was. I don't get as many views. I'm not recommended anymore. The algorithm literally punishes you. And so ever since then, I have never felt okay with taking a break again, because I know the amount of damage that it will do to my channel. And I know ultimately my mental health is most important, and if I needed to take a break and it was with no consequence, I totally would. But because of the consequence, you guys, because of the extreme changes to my analytics, my numbers, my growth here, I feel like I literally couldn't take a break, because if I did, it punishes me. It could last literally months and months and months until you're even in the same place as you were before taking your break. And that directly breaks down into like literal income that I need to survive. So if it's talking about taking a break, it's like, are you willing to do that? Or are you just gonna push through? And that's what I feel like I've been doing until I felt all the way depleted. Something else that I need to also address in this vein of my creative burnout is my channel and how I've been running my channel. And what it really comes down to is my content. Just to let you guys know, I started YouTube over 6 years ago, and I've been doing it consistently since. I started my channel caring more about beauty since I am a cosmetologist, and I did a lot of like skincare and also makeup, until I realized that my viewers were really interested in thrifting, and that's when I started creating the thrifting content. Since then, I've just grown it and grown it and grown it until my viewer and audience is really only interested in thrifting. If it has anything to do with anything other than thrifting, I'm not speaking for everyone, but a block majority of my subscribers are only interested in thrifting, which is great. I absolutely love the community. I think that it's a great community. The problem with this is, for one, I feel like I'm not supported in anything else that I have interest in. Everything on social media tells you to pick a niche and stick with it, but the thing about picking a niche and sticking with it is that you're only putting everything into one basket. All of your eggs are in one basket, and you guys, we're multi-layered people. We have more interests than just one. And I feel like a lot of my other interests or passions are literally being neglected, because when I put out videos of anything else, it doesn't matter if it's cooking, chatting, current events, art. I've tried so many different things here on my channel, and I gain very little to zero support in those types of videos. The only videos that I have seen any sort of mass support in is thrifting, which is great in the facet that I'm absolutely passionate about reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm all about sustainability, and really, I am passionate about thrifting and that community. But the thing is that constant thrifting and thrifting only just causes so much overconsumption. Feeling very stressed out. I have to thrift at least once to twice a week. I have to do try-ons once to twice a week. I'm getting all of this clutter in my house. I have to keep up with your demands as viewers, and to want a new thrift video every week, if not twice a week. You guys could probably consume 3 thrift videos a week. Could you imagine? At one point I was doing that. I was doing 3 thrifting videos a week, and the amount of stuff that is coming into my home is just excessive. Whether it's secondhand or not, it's excessive, and this amount of consuming honestly ends up depleting my creativity instead of enhancing it. And that's not what I started YouTube for. Fashion secondhand is such a passion of mine, but when I feel like I have to constantly be feeding this machine of more, it completely depletes my creativity, causing, here we are, creative burnout. Want to figure out how to restructure my channel to be something that fulfills me again, because that's what I started it as. And slowly over time, it's turned into a business. Viewers are my consumers, and that means what viewers want is what I have to produce. So my new goal here is two-sided. Not only is it things that I need to do differently, but also things that I'm asking for you to do differently, at least here on my channel. I'm probably going to be making less thrift videos. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to thrift, because I absolutely love thrifting and I do it whether I'm filming or not, but I'm going to try to do it more selectively. And I'm really going to not produce as many thrift videos because it's unnecessary. Also going to try to create more videos with the products that I'm buying from the thrift store instead of just one video. As of right now, what you guys enjoy is me going to the thrift store, making a thrift with me, coming home, making a haul, and honestly, once you've seen that item, you have no more interest in it anymore, and you just want me to do it again. You just want me to go back to the thrift store, do another thrift video, do another haul again. And to me, I think that part of that problem is that I'm not reusing the items that inspired me in the first place. So I want to create much more content around the items that I got. Say I got 5 things at the thrift store. Okay, I'm going to start integrating that and turning that one item into multiple videos versus just one video, and then it's basically done. And as far as what I'm asking from you, my audience, my viewers, is to do the same. Please support me and my videos and my channel in this whole restructure, and support me with clicks and views and comments on my videos that are not only about consuming from the thrift store or consuming in general. I understand, because I, just like you guys, end up loving watching hauls and what people haul and what people buy, but just consider other content as well on my channel and other creators' channels, because I've heard this exact same problem coming up for other channels as well that just want all of these hauls all the time, and it's the only video that's popular. It's partially on the creator, but it's also partially on the viewer. You guys need to support people that are not only making hauls and have some sort of interest in other things. And like I said, I'm not speaking for everybody, but it's just something to consider if maybe you are someone that is only interested in the consumption side. I think that in the last few years, I've been creating YouTube for you, and now I'm gonna start creating YouTube videos for me, whatever that means. And I'm excited about that. That's what gives me more inspiration to create what I want, whether I get 20 views on it or I get 10,000 views on it. This also brings up a lot of thoughts for me personally about decluttering, and it's not something that I talk about a lot on my channel, but I think it's something that could be explored and discussed because it's something that I truly struggle with. I definitely let things get out of control as far as consumption and also keeping things. I know that other people out there don't struggle with that, and when they're done with something, they don't have any problem just letting it go. And for some reason, I have a bit of like a sticky spot there. I have a hang up, and it's really hard for me to let things go. For some reason, I make some sort of attachment to physical items sometimes if I had a good memory in that. If it's something that somebody gave me, even if I don't like it, or, you know, I feel like I need to keep it because I spent money on it, and then I get guilty in my mind that, like, if you didn't use that and you spent money on it, you're being wasteful, very like self-critical. You guys have asked me sometimes about decluttering, and I just don't do it often enough, and I'm really at a place that I need to. I'm gonna redo my closet. I want to try to declutter and get rid of things and be able to show you guys my new space where I feel creative and excited. And on to the third part of this video, which is kind of going over my mental health, which I've already slightly touched on in the first parts of this video. And truly, I hope that just my real supporters are the ones that are still here throughout all of that talking, so that I can be raw and vulnerable with those of you guys that like love and support me and are so great to me, because my mental health isn't everyone's mental health been all over the place over the last 2 years, but I've been in a fragile state off and on over the last 2 years. I did end up starting therapy again, and I've done therapy in my past, but I ended up started doing therapy again in August of 2020. So it's coming up-ish on 2 years of therapy, and that's just been something that has been worth all of the hard work and every penny and every moment spent. It's something that I recommend to anybody that is thinking about it. Find a good therapist that you really connect with, and if you're into self-reflection or self-improvement, it's amazing. What I'm willing to share with you guys recently, without getting too personal, is I have been really working hard over the last 6-8 months into 2 different things, I think, in my personal life. And that is, 1, setting healthy boundaries. I have a very hard time with setting healthy boundaries with people in my life. And number 2 is finding relationships and friendships that nourish me. That's something that I feel like I have been lacking for a very long time. And that's something that recently has been quite the journey since the very beginning of 2022 to now. I mean, it's only the beginning of April, but I have done quite a lot of removing relationships that don't have healthy boundaries, that leave me feeling drained, that have little to no respect for me, and for relationships that have no self-reflection. And I've removed quite a lot of people in my life that are in that vein. And that's not only friendships, but also family members. And it has been quite a journey. I knew that a lot of these relationships no longer served me or aligned with what I'm seeking in life anymore, or just like the type of nourishing relationships that I'm looking for and I've known for quite a while. But it's really hard to remove family and friendships that are very close in your life. Straight up, it's just like going through a pretty nasty breakup. Personally, I have dealt with, in the last 4 months, so much drama, fighting, sadness, being completely excluded, hurtful behavior, shady behavior, nastiness, using, abusing. It's gotten to a point of breakup. But after all of that, the amount of peace, relief, growth, being proud of myself, having more time for myself and my interests, or Everett's time of himself and his interests, or our interests together as a couple. What is such a trip is, as soon as those doors closed, like, that saying could not be more true, that when one door closes, another opens. And what's so crazy about it is it's almost as if this door closing created this door to open, but without this door closing, this would have never happened. And it's just like such a trip sometimes. I truly think that things happen for reasons, and whenever you're going through something really hard, I tell this to myself all the time. When I'm going through something that feels just so difficult and painful, I know that in hindsight, I'm going to understand why. Even in the moment, I cannot understand why. In hindsight, I'm always like, I get it. I get it now. It all makes sense from here. But there, I didn't realize what was happening. And recently, with some of the stuff that has gone on in my life, the moment this door closed, other doors opened, and it's almost serendipitous, or it's like the universe just gave me a little bit of a clue of you made the right choice and you're going in the right direction, and that door closing and that chapter ending was the right choice and you're doing the right thing. And that feels so freaking good, you guys. You have no idea the level of peace, relief, gratification, and like, just like, I'm freaking proud of myself because I have done things that in the past I would have never done, and it shows that my therapy has really helped me navigate things that are hard for me. And I'm freaking proud, you know? And I'm glad. I'm very conscious and intentional that I am making a huge shift in my life, not only to my YouTube and my YouTube channel, but also my life and my personal relationships. And I'm going to shift that back to what nurtures me and feeds me. And that's it. That's it. That's all. I'm shifting things back to what nurture and feed me. And it sounds so simple, and it is simple, but it's such a big shift of what I've been doing, and it's so needed. So I really hope that you guys can join me on this journey. I'm sure a lot of you will. I know that so many of you are such quality people, supportive, understanding, healthy, great quality people here, and I thank you for that, and I thank you for listening me out and coming on this new journey with me throughout my next chapters of here on YouTube. I feel like I'm kind of like, metaphorically, I'm literally also just imagining the book closing and reopening to a new chapter, and that does get me excited. It gets me creative, it makes me happy, it makes me feel good, and can't thank you guys enough for coming on this journey with me. I want to be authentic and real with you guys over here, and sometimes life gets hard, and I get that, and I love you too, and I hope that you guys are hanging in there, and yeah, we're all on this ride together, I guess, you know? I love you, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Peace. Bye. Also, so you guys know, I did thrift during my break, and I did film 1 or 2 videos, and I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. So when I feel creative, like throwing on my new thrifted outfits, that will be coming. That's not going away. I'm just gonna do it when I feel like doing it. All right, bye.